Destiny's powerful hand has made the bed of my future, and it's up to me to lie in it. DUSEKKAR, the blue pumpkin and the ninth survivor at Forsaken. This video is about him, aka the strongest opponent in the game. Actually, never mind, because they changed it. Why would they change it? What is he based off of? Well, this is a former avatar of Matt DUSEKKAR, This is what DUSEKKAR is based off of. DUSEKKAR is based off the Roblox avatar of Matt DUSEKKAR, the Roblox technical director and chief architect who has since retired. He joined in August 2006 and left in 2019, and that's basically all I got on the dude from my resources. Lore. DUSEKKAR, he's a little bit weird. It's been stated and pretty obvious that anytime DUSEKKAR speaks, it's in the A-B-C-B rhyming pattern. He's very polite but shows obvious distaste towards two-time, even saying, if protecting two-time when requested, or if close enough to two-time when they use their ritual ability. So from this, we can gather that DUSEKKAR either doesn't like two-time, doesn't like the spawn, or usage of its magic, or both. Now, it's unclear what this could mean, but it does give us possible hints towards what his milestone quotes mean, so I'll leave them out right now. Here they are, which yes, they are mine, thank you for noticing, and we can see some sort of story, and something I find really interesting is the fact that in Milestone 3 icon, he's holding some sort of magic or symbol relating to the spawn. And in Milestone 4, he appears to be using it in the same position two-time was when using their ritual ability. Now, before we continue, I'm going to go over the milestones quotes so we have more context to analyze further. But we return to the place that will restore you to a former glory. And what occurred hit us steadfast. Afterwards, I was doomed, fated to meet the end of my story. I will give my life for you, all for you to come back. Now, there's only one way I can really see this, and I've seen people talk about it being Doombringer, but I just don't see it. Burst two-time. Now, milestone 1 and 2 I find interesting, because it almost appears like a chain of events, like a milestones. Like most milestones, but in this one, it seems like DUSEKKAR is going on a quest with someone, and judging by his quote, it's going somewhere to restore glory to someone. His outfit is nice and simple with mostly white, clearly showing no plans of anything to go wrong, or getting any dirt on it, or any dirtiness. But with milestone 2, just judging by the quote, it seems something did go wrong, possibly an attack. But strangely, nothing seems wrong. Not better, with better clothes and a cape adding blue to the outfit. It seems as if it was the calm before the storm. In milestone 3, it is very clear that something happened. Now with a very rustic shoulder guard and destroyed and blackened cape/robe, it appears something happened. And what makes this even more worse is that the milestone quote suggests that he was doomed to death, whether from the attack or to revive someone. And you may be wondering, what on earth does reviving someone has to do with his demise? Well, let's use our brains. We need to invoke some smarter thinking, bud. Let's think back to two-time and the spawn cult. Throughout two-time's milestones and lore, it tells a pretty clear story between them and Azur, of where they are both very close friends, maybe more, IDK. But two-time was forced to sacrifice Azur, not happy about it, of course, in order to show their devotion to the spawn and/or for their second life. And while it's a stretch, but what if this magic for the spawn works in the same way that someone else could sacrifice themselves for someone else? This is furthermore proved when you look at the milestone 4 render. It's DUSEKKAR, now equipped with a sword and the same position and magic as two-time's ritual. Especially the attire DUSEKKAR has with his MS4 skin, with his milestone 4 skin, adds onto this heavily. His horns are now glowing brightly as if more powerful, and his attire looks recovered and improved. He still keeps the shoulder guard and the destroyed robe and cape, but he's now equipped with more armor or defensive or powerful attire, with armor and even chainmail around his arm. Now, this could suggest that Shedletsky and DUSEKKAR went on an adventure, but got attacked, presumably by 1x. Shedletsky being killed from it, along with DUSEKKAR being badly hurt. This could lead to DUSEKKAR deciding his fate was set to turn towards the spawn magic to sacrifice himself in order for Shedletsky to return, thus restoring his former glory. This, I think, is most possible, especially because it solidifies his relationship with Shedletsky and his distaste towards two-time. This could explain why Shedletsky uses his actual name rather than DUSEKKAR when asking for help, or help being DUSEKKAR, and why DUSEKKAR shows disgust towards two-time and the use of the ritual ability. Perhaps he knows that two-time used the ritual to sacrifice his friend instead of saving them like DUSEKKAR, giving them a reason to think of them as selfish. It also doesn't help that two-time in general is just insane. to me at least, I really like this, because it fleshes out his character rather than just a rhyming magic dude, especially with it being confirmed that the Spectre nerfed him heavily when he got to Forsaken, especially showing clear empathy and selflessness when it comes to others, to the point of giving their life for his friends. I really love DUSEKKAR. I love playing support, and I love his lore even more. So it just kind of sucks when people just flat out mischaracterize him, or just ignore that he actually is what he actually is, because he's so cool. I feel like no one really ever acknowledges how much he's done and how good of a person he is, and is a reason for hating two-time. Along with this, in his levitation passive, it gives us a small quote: "The cursed spirit is doomed to walk the earth until it has hunted the hunter." This is odd, because it could hint at the fact that DUSEKKAR might be dead when he's Forsaken. Originally, I thought the levitation could be part of his magic. It may very well be, but it may very well be because he's a spirit. One could go so far as to say that when DUSEKKAR sacrificed himself for Shablutsky, they got Forsaken. And since it was in the middle of his death, DUSEKKAR may not be fully alive. This could be why he's severely nerfed. Maybe the Spectre waited just for that. Or another thing is that maybe DUSEKKAR got killed. No, I gotta do that up. I was gonna talk about how to play as him, but they changed everything. I'll be talking about why I don't like that later. Okay, that's it. I did it. And here are some updates on upcoming videos. Anyways, that's a bit all. I'll see you guys next time. Go to sleep. Close your eyes.